What's going on, people, and welcome to this episode of Daily Dose of Stupid. And today, Souls RNG is back. Yep, I went into the comments for this one, and you know what? I was sort of surprised, because I guess maybe, the people, the overall player base for Souls RNG are maybe they're just too young or too stupid to be able to, formulate their own thoughts. Never mind formulate those thoughts and then put them into a comment and then put them on YouTube. But regardless, there wasn't as many stupid people as I thought, or maybe the stupid people just didn't have anything to say because, well, they have no game, so how would they have anything to say to begin with? But there was some stupid, a fair amount of it, so that's today's video. And we're starting off quite strong with someone who says, as someone with hypervolt. Ooh, he had to flex in his comment, because that's the whole thing about this game. That's what everyone's telling me, is that it's to flex that you wasted your time. I'm not sure. But regardless, with hypervolt, he can explain why people like it. You get big, I'm sorry, there's no punctuation there. As someone with hypervolt, I can explain why people like it. You get big number equals dopamine. Oh boy. I definitely spelled it wrong, but don't be a nerd. My brain already hurts and we just started. This is the first comment. Brother, in the amount of time that you took to type out that you spelled it wrong, you could have gone on Google and Googled how to spell it right. Or, alternatively, use the fucking spell check. If you type something wrong, it goes red, whether you're on a phone or a computer. Did you just ignore it? You were like, right-clicking's too hard, I can't do it. And let's be real, he's on a phone. I guess holding his thumb on the red text to fix it was too hard. Oh, you fucking idiot. Anyways, dopamine for what? You didn't do anything, you didn't earn it. It's not like there was any sort of accomplishment or risk here. That's the whole thing with gambling, right? Risk? There's no risk. You just hit the button and walk away. I don't know. The next guy says, it's a quote-unquote game. Fuck you mean, bro. It's literally on Roblox, so shut the fuck up. Points for having some punctuation in here, so that's pretty impressive in of itself. But I don't even need to respond to this one because Spiky handled it for me and said, what game? There's no gameplay in the slightest. It might as well be a base plate. Yeah, you could get the same experience from Souls RNG that you could by booting up your own, personal Roblox place and then walking away. It's literally the same amount of interaction with a game. You know that you're supposed to play games, right? Do you know that? Clicking on something and then walking away and doing something else, then you're doing something else. You're not playing a game at that point. Okay. This guy gave himself away. I can't even escape in this video. He says, you can't compare this to Blox Fruit Skull. So, I guess the Blox Fruit Copers are in here too. They're like, please, Eclipse, don't compare us to this bare minimum garbage. Our bare minimum garbage has slightly more. Please, Eclipse, please don't make fun of my favorite game. Yeah, too bad. Blox Fruit is shit. Get a hold of yourself. And on the topic of Blox Fruit, normally I blur the profile picture of the people I'm showing, but I couldn't with this one just because, well, he says, I mean, it's addictive and people like it and I like it too. So yeah, it's a nice game. All with no punctuation. And just take a look at that profile picture. I think him and the last commenter probably have something in common. Just not entirely sure what it could be, just a hunch. This is a train wreck. And it's one of those things where it's like a train wreck and you can't look away. Oh boy, here we go. I gotta prepare myself for this. Whew. The main reason we like these games is because 1, gambling, and 2, we get satisfaction of getting something good, which is why games like YBA resorted to skins, but that was also their downfall because like every game, once you get that rare thing you wanted, there isn't much you would want to do anymore. With YBA, you could dupe skins or just had to wait for certain events in order to obtain the skin, so there wasn't a point of even playing. Another reason why One Piece games get a lot of recognition. There is way more ideas you can get with One Piece games because there are certain sec factors like wait in this server for this long for a fruit to spawn, and with a chance you get something good or 0.01% drop from this boss, which convinces players that want that specific drop because of how rare, inevitably making them waste their time. But if they actually achieve, then that is when the player is satisfied and quits, which is why GPO died. Quote, lack of updates and horrible rates. Now you put a period? After that?
Game!
There's no hope from humanity. There's no hope for humanity. Okay. And that is the reason why players prefer to play games like Deep Woken, because it is actually immersive and there is plenty to do, and if you lose everything, that motivates you to get back where you were at, possibly get lucky and get more stuff when you progress directly where you were at. Another period. I mean, it was still a run-on sentence, but you tried your best. I know I just yapped for a while, then Meat Road Deep Woken, but that's just my opinion. Brother, oh my god. I'm not even gonna try because the train wreck just keeps going. So, Gator7774, who I think might just be like an AI, or at the very least is just putting things through ChatGPT based on some of the other comments I saw from them, like in the comment section as a whole. They responded and they said, and it was like it was a translation post to the one from above, and it says, the main reason we enjoy these games is twofold. The excitement of chance, akin to the anticipation of finding the perfect bowl, and the satisfaction of obtaining valuable items, similar to the joy of acquiring a beautifully crafted bowl. However, as seen in games like YBA, the focus on rare skins can lead to a lack of motivation once obtained, much like acquiring a coveted bowl that loses its allure over time. Conversely, One Piece games offer a multitude of ideas, much like the diverse uses for different types of bowls, where players are enticed by the pursuit of rare in-game items, similar to the appeal of a unique, hard-to-find bowl. This quest for rare items can provide a sense of fulfillment upon acquisition. Conversely, games like GPO may suffer from a lack of updates, similar to using a worn-out or unappealing bowl, leading to a decline in interest. Conversely, you just did that. Immersive games like Deep Woken offer a captivating and multifaceted experience akin to discovering a versatile and engaging bowl that motivates continued use. Just as I may have veered the conversation towards Deep Woken, the right bowl can significantly enhance the dining experience, much like how a well-designed game can captivate and motivate players. What did I just read? So, the dumbass who left the first comment says, thanks for translating it to British for me. No, that was normal English. You just probably didn't understand 80% of those words because you're 7 and still in elementary school. But regardless, then Gator just went on like a psychotic rant. Version 2, the main whoops, I just spilled my bowl. Grass, like grass. Photosynthesis is because 1, gambling, and 2, we whoops, I just spilled my bowl. What the fuck is this? So that's a comment and a half. I think I responded and he said, look at all those words. Too bad I'm not reading them. I hope you didn't read them. It's just gibberish. Maybe Gator was hoping that the first guy would be able to understand the like incoherent ramblings, since apparently he can't understand a well-constructed paragraph. So this next one is just kind of sad, and it plays into a few other ones that we have on the list. But this guy says, to be completely fair, and from someone that has spent over 350 hours in this game, I pretty much agree with this guy. It's the Blocks Fruit guys all over again. The only disagreements I have is the fact that he says the devs are milking premium payouts. But to be fair, it's the player base that is pretty smooth-brained for grinding the game 24/7, putting it on the front page of Roblox. Another reason I don't think the devs are quite at fault is because there are minimal game passes, making the game almost completely free to play. The only reason I'll keep playing this game is because I always leave it on while I do other things and enjoy games that let you automatically progress. Even though there is no real point in this game, the feeling you get when you get what you want after playing it for really long is quite rewarding, especially because you can flex it to everyone. Fucking shoot me. Another note, I feel like the Roblox community just brainwashed themselves into thinking that these types of games are actually good. That's from the same guy, so I don't even know. But excuse me, the developers put together a game where you don't play in the minimal amount of time that they could, with the lowest amount of effort that they could, with the sole express purpose of milking premium payouts. Why else do you think they made the game? Do you think they put this together because they thought it was fun? Because there's not a game. Do you think that the developers were passionate about this game where you do nothing? Do you think that the developers for this game thought to themselves, yeah, you know what would be really fun for me and my friends to play? A game where you put it down and you walk away. No, the developers of this game are soulless hack frauds that just made it to cash in. And fuck the developers of this game. And you want to know why the developers of this game fucking suck? It's because of people like Dr. Bones. Seeing these as a game dev makes me want to shrivel up in a fetal position and die. Why give a shit into any decision when making a game when this game is more successful than anything I will ever make? This game is a giant middle finger to people like Dr. Bones. People who care about video games. People that make games and give a shit. And this game, this experience, says fuck you to all those people. It says it doesn't matter if you make a good game. If you make something that appeals to the engagement algorithms, that's all that matters. So just push shit out the door, because then you'll succeed. Disgusting. Fucking disgusting. And they should be ashamed. The next comment got dogpiled, and I'm gonna add on to the dogpile because they deserve it. He says, hey buddy, maybe let people enjoy things? You guys are clowns. Let these people be and quit making this cesspool of content just shitting on stuff people like. You're a clown. Clown detected. Looks like we got a brainwashed victim in here. That crap is complete shit. Literally, you join and see no one talking. Kids being AFK. No gameplay. Absolutely nothing. And the worst thing is that this shit has 70,000 players playing it, while some other games that have good gameplay have 20k at most. What? Let people enjoy doing absolutely nothing. I hope you recover and actually play games that involve the game part, brother. Yep. Good on you guys. Well done. And finally, the last really stupid is just unhinged, and I couldn't. I blurred most of their name, but I felt like I had to leave in some of it. And if you want to find this, you can. Don't, but I can't stop you. And this guy's name is Telvin, and he says, bro, you're such a nerd, bro, you pull no bitches uploading Roblox ranting videos. Of course, that's all I run on. So Kuro GD says, okay, Telvin. And then User Moo says, Telvin, please get off your iPad for the day. It's been more than 6 hours, and it's past your bedtime. So Telvin responds and says, yikes, User Moo is insulting me when he can barely handle interacting with a girl. So then another party enters the fray, and says, Telvin, upload at least one video with your quote-unquote girl then. You can say I don't have any girls, but you still need to prove it. Or are you too scared? Or don't actually have one because of your crippling gambling addiction? I'll give you a deadline at this weekend, so you'll have plenty of time to record and upload a video with your girl. And if you still can't prove that, then stop saying that others can't handle girls. Try Nico sums it up the best that I could ever. This is so fucking wild. He wants some physical evidence. Along with Dr. Bones, who's back once again saying, it's okay, Telvin, no need to project. To which Telvin responded, you watch Eclipse bro related with a disabled dude that looks like a sped. Oh man, he's pulling out all the stops. And that's where the conversation has ended for now. Who knows where this will go? That was only 15 hours ago. That's it for stupids for today. We're gonna move on to the nice comment section because this is too much. So this doesn't actually have anything to do with Souls RNG. I haven't followed it too much, but I've seen some comments about it, and I got a Discord DM. And it says, so first of all, thanks. Arcane Lineage finally got some change after like 3 other YouTubers complained about the game after you did. They're actually finally having some improvements, such as giving an actual announcement that wasn't just the new updates are. They're also getting more testers in, so the incident of the mark that I wrote about in the comment doesn't happen again. They're also adding a trading system for the game, which is a W, since having scam vouchers was the only way you could tell it was a scammer, and you had to drop an item and hope they will drop it too. Obviously not going to ask you to come back to the game. I'm not, since the game probably still is a massive dumpster fire, but hey, at least it's not a burning city. Also, I think the game dev is actually going to listen to their community thanks to this massive outrage. So we're finally going to get some good updates. All thanks to you. And then crossed out says, also please don't mention my name if this somehow makes it into DDOS. I don't want to get banned from the game again, lol. So I scribbled out their name. The fact that they have to be worried about getting banned from the game because they criticized the game, that's really sad. Maybe take a look at how you're treating their community members, Arcane Lineage staff team, if they're afraid of getting banned for being featured in a video. That's sad, but regardless, I put this on here because it's another piece of evidence, I suppose, that there is some good that comes out of the videos that I make. A lot of people like to come in and they're like, Eclipse, you're just trashing on things, and you just hate everything. And in terms of stuff like Souls RNG, yeah, I fucking hate it. That game's a lost cause. But for other games that are more or lesser known, or I think have at least some chance for doing good, I give them that chance, and I usually suggest things. Now, granted, a lot of the time that falls on deaf ears because these people are very dense, or just have abandoned the games that I'm talking about long ago. But I try regardless, so it's good to hear that something good happened on that end, even if it took way too much in order to get there. But hey, better late than never, right? Nick the Drought left a comment on the Souls RNG video, and they said, this ain't even a bandit beater anymore. This is just a beater. It's not even that, Nick. It's not a beater or a bandit beater. It's nothing. It's nothing. There isn't a game. It's not a bandit or a beater. It's... Can't help you much more than that. Popsicle left a comment talking about the Game Rant article and said, I mean, they didn't lie. It's giving people quote-unquote enjoyment for hours, and it's a very unique game. There's no game. Man, Popsicle, I wish that was a unique concept. There's too many non-games on Roblox. I guess this one's the first truly non-game. We've played some things that are so close to just straight up not being a game, but this one is just flat out no game. So, you know what? Fair enough. I have to issue a formal apology to Jam Clone, who said I'm getting recommended Souls RNG videos now. Curse you. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry that I've... What even is a Souls RNG video? I never clicked on one of those. I'm not gonna. How do you even... What do you just like... Is it just someone roll... You can do that yourself. Just log on to the game. Don't log on to the game. I didn't say that. You didn't hear that from me. Changli Mang left a parody bait comment who says, as a player that has 25,800,000 rolls, that's a number. In-game, I'm going to agree with you. Some points, like the game doesn't have gameplay and the game doesn't have any unique gameplay, but I want to say that this game isn't wasting your time because you can go AFK. It goes on. They capitalized every single letter. That's some commitment. No punctuation. It is the, like, the perfect showcasing of the kind of comment that someone would leave. It's good. Well done. Pixel Pioneer said that the Game Rant article was absolutely AI generated, and I don't think it is, I'll be perfectly honest. For the sake of our boy Artur Novichenko, I hope it's AI generated, but I don't think so. I think a real person is just trying to get clicks, and they're trying to appeal to like the lowest common denominator 7-year-old iPad kids. And so they were like, if I totally glaze the shit out of Souls RNG and talk about how great it is, people are gonna love that. I think that's what happened here. I hope you're right, but I don't know. Anyways, I guess Artur Novichenko gets the last laugh because he's the last thing in here. Well, he's not really the last thing in here. Pixel Pioneer is, but we're done. So yeah, that's it. The Souls RNG people, they're pretty dumb, but they're so busy having Souls RNG opened on their phones and doing other activities instead of playing video games that they couldn't use their device to leave any more comments. So, I mean, hey, I guess that's a win in my book, right? I have to deal with less stupid? I don't make as much money. Whatever. Anyways, that's a wrap for today's video. If you enjoyed it, you can of course leave a like and subscribe. If you didn't, don't. And with all that being said, have a wonderful day or night wherever you are, and see you guys next time.